Ladies and gentlemen, in this video today, we're going to be doing a special type of challenge. We're going to be hunting ducks like it's from the 1920s. We're going to do everything down to the finest detail. We're going to be using guns that they would have used in the 1920s, clothing, fancy clothing if I do say so. And of course, fellas, we're going to be using no technology, no spin wing decoys, no ripplers, no splashing decoys. It's going to be bare bones, and hopefully, fellas, we catch ourselves some prizes. Okay, fellas, in this video, we're going to be hunting the spirit of Halloween and challenges like 100 years ago. But fellas, this is not going to be some easy walk-in-the-park deal. These ducks, they're getting smarter. The wood ducks have almost vacated this area, along with all the other divers and other deterrents. So the only thing we're going to have soon, unless we get on them fast, are going to be mergansers and mallards. Well, mallards aren't bad, but the mergansers. But besides that, fellas, we need to get on them and get on them fast. But of course, fellas, we have to go over our fashion of choice. Now, this is our cap. Now, this is a nice earthy color. I mean, it's gonna look almost invisible in the swamp, along with the rest of our gear. And this is, of course, $10. Next, we have our scarf. And this heifer will keep us warm, and of course, it'll keep us concealed when we have this up. These ducks won't even know what hit them, or let's just say they won't even see me. Now we have, of course, our jacket. Now this thing was a hefty $30. Now it's just a linen brown jacket, and of course under it we have ourselves. Give me a second. Under this we have ourselves a nice dress shirt. Now this cost me a hefty $15. So the prices on these deals are getting quite expensive. Now the pants. I already own the pants, so you can substitute for $40 because these are fancy dress pants. Now, of course, fellas, we're going to have waders over these. Not 1920 waders, because, fellas, if I had that, I would not be wearing them in the swamps, of course. But they're 1980s, and, fellas, that's as close as we're going to get, because I do not want to ruin a good pair of 1920 waders, if any exist. We have our fancy dress shoes. Now these cost about $30, if I do say so. Now finally, fellas, we have ourselves the grand thing of them all, the shotgun. Now this heifer I'm borrowing because I do not have the funds to get myself a nice classic double barrel. So this heifer will obviously do the trick. It is amazing, if I do say so. I mean, look at it. Just look at it! Now fellas, the calls, of course, we're going to be using my wooden mallard call to start with. But if things get very bad, which they usually do, we'll switch to the regular calls I use. And of course, fellas, I do not have the funds to buy me some 3 dozen to 2 dozen wooden decoys from the 1920s, of course. And of course, fellas, would you even want to use those things? Not because they're bad, because, well, some of them are bad. But if you find yourselves those decoys, you just might as well hang them up on the wall. Because, fellas, that is some good value stuff right there. But besides that, fellas, we have ourselves our gear. But now, fellas, comes the most important part. We gotta scout for these things, because if we're not where the ducks are, this is gonna be a rough one. I know you can see very little right now, but holy... There's no water here. Literally, I was here a week ago and there's water. Now it's literally a desolate little mud hole. And look what I found. That's literally a salmon. It's alive. Okay, fellas, it's almost time to start our 100-year challenge. I mean, we have an hour left until sunrise. We got here a little bit early. There is not a soul in this little hovel, but not surprised. There's no water pretty much. I had to walk 500 yards upstream to find some water. Now, seeing how things went badly, I don't know how many ducks are going to be around here. If we get one, I'll be shocked. But fellas, we just need to hunker down and hunt. Besides that, fellas, we need to get to hunting. Oh, shit. Oh, it's right there. Brother's right there. Where the hell did he go? They like disappear over there. It's like they got swallowed up by the swamp. Come on, little duck. Well, he's not a little duck, he's a big ass mallard. It's been pretty dead. I mean, 4 ducks buzzed by me and landed. I don't know where the hell they landed. I'm just gonna say, fellas, I do not know. I literally
thought they landed right there. I was waiting, fellas. I was waiting to see them. I was gonna pop up and blast them. Blast! But fellas, there isn't a single thing out here. I don't know, fellas. In 3 to 2 days, the water went from 6 to 4 feet high, because I had to freaking use a raft to get out here last time, which it wasn't that good. I didn't have very spray, but besides that, fellas, the water has literally gone down. It's like somebody flipped the switch and just sucked out all the water. It's insane. So I don't know how long we're gonna be here. I have a feeling the ducks vacated this joint. I say, fellas, we get another hour, but it's not looking too good. We got one. Whew. Damn. That was some bastards came in fast. Really fast. Alright, fellas. It's starting to liven up a bit around this joint. We got one with the 100-year-old equipment finally. I'm the dip in the water. Woo! That was rough. Okay, off we go. Oh, God damn, this mud. It's gonna take us an hour to get to that duck. In my fancy clothes, no less.
Now, fellas, what a turn. I mean, fellas, we got ourselves an amazing teal, as you guys seen. And guys, it's starting to liven up a bit, so we'll obviously stay just a little bit longer, because we don't want to miss any stragglers that may come now. But fellas, this is a success!
Wow. Oh! Damn! Another log just stabbed me. But fellas, what do we have here? Let's see. Another greenie. Ooh. Another nice greenie. We'll take her. But fellas, ooh, that is one pretty bird if I do say so myself. I mean, look at this thing. Whew. Finally. Them bastards came out of the blue. Literally, here was the scene for you fellas, because I had my camera off. I was enjoying myself in the reeds. So they came screaming down there. They buzzed the decoys. I got down. I turned on the camera and they swung around, and as you saw, bam! Just like that. But fellas, see fellas, I was completely concealed. It's all about concealment. And I'm wearing fancy clothing from the 1920s, presumably. And we got ourselves an amazing green wing teal. A fancy one if I do say so myself, but fellas, I believe they're starting to wake up a bit and we can kill them finally. Fellas, I fell in because the stupid ass mud, it's just so goddamn stupid. I've never messed with this kind of mud before. It is stupidly thick, it is stupidly deep. I don't know why the hell it's this deep. Two more. This is a new daily high. This is my first ever wood duck. There's a beautiful wood duck over there. Two beautiful wood ducks. This swamp is kicking my ass, but we got trophies waiting. So just got to muscle through this garbage and get back over there. Get over there. My babies. No, get off of me. Decoy, get off of me. Oh God, no, I almost fell in again. My first ever wood duck. No bant on this buddy. Let's take a look at the Sheila. No bant on her. Two wood ducks and a teal. Fellas, these are my first ever two wood ducks. This is a beautiful one. I might even mount this thing.
Fellas, as sad as this may sound, This is the most successful duck hunt I have been on in a while. I mean, we got ourselves 2 fabulous woodies, a nice teal, and fellas, for the fellas that know about last year, you know this is pretty good, because last year, let's just say there was an overabundance of mergansers. But fellas, they are running hot right now, and we need to keep on them.
Now fellas, this has turned out to be quite the fine little shindig, if I do say so myself. It started off not too good, really in the early morning. I mean, those mallards buzzed by us at supersonic speed, and I totally judged where the ducks were coming from wrong. I honestly thought, because the ducks were landing over in that pond, I thought they'll hurtle over, because they hurtled, or not hurtled, I saw them come over here the other day, about 3 or 2 days ago, but like the water, they just completely did a 180, and they're now coming down here, going south. But fellas, doesn't matter, we got ourselves 2 ducks, 1 teal, and 2 amazing woodies, my first ever woodies. 1 male, amazing if I do say so myself, I'm still debating if I should mount him, and a nice hen, which died right next to the other one, conveniently. Now fellas, it is quite warm out today, so I ain't freezing anymore. I think we can tough it out, you know, get ourselves a little more wood ducks. We can get 1 more wood duck, and then mallards, redheads, pintails, whatever degenerate may cross our path, but we can get 1 more wood duck and any other degenerate. But besides that, fellas, we need to keep a close eye out, because them bastards will come out of nowhere. Lily pad. Okay, fellas, sadly, I don't think we can mount this heifer, because on the other side, he has no eyeball, which is going to be rough for the taxidermist. And secondly, he's a bit younger, and I want myself a, a long mohawk one, because it is going to cost us, of course, a pretty penny. So, fellas, this is my first ever wood duck. We're going to be taking the pictures, of course, and going to be honoring him in this video. But, fellas, sadly, he ain't a mounter, unfortunately. But he's a mounter in our eyes. Ain't that right, fella? Okay, fellas, we are quite a mess right now. We're picking up the decoys. It is 10:30. This was the best hunt of my life. I mean, 3 ducks. It may be paltry numbers for some fellers, but for me, if you guys seen some of the other videos, they're gonna land. They're gonna land. There, one. Here we go. Patrick. Patrick, you see your duck?
Right there. Got that one.
You know this is a good day, and plus we got 3 fine tasting ducks, teal and wood duck. Usually we come out with mergansers. I know, fellas, mergansers, that's quite disgusting. But fellas, we need to kill as many of these bastards now and soon, because the first half of duck season is gonna be over, and these woodies are gonna piss off, along with teal, redheads, pintails, and all the other degenerates that leave here for the winter. So fellas, we gotta kill these bastards now before they're gone. Until next year. Okay, fellas, sadly, of course, nothing came in, but fellas, this was an amazing morning. One of the best mornings I've ever had while duck hunting, and nevertheless, we did it 1920 style. I mean, we're using only a jerk rig and just plain old decoys. No fancy spinning wing decoys, no fancy splash decoys. It was all natural. But besides that, fellas, this sadly means it was the end of the fishing. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to see your last duck hunt video down here, and of course, you guys want to see your last deer hunt video down here. But besides that, I'll see y'all next video. See ya.